and welcome to Ask an Author. Today I am so excited because we have one of my favourite authors with me, Candice Lemon-Scott. Welcome.
Hi, thanks so much for inviting me on today. I'm really excited.
I'm so excited. I have been reading your books for ages and I'm really interested to find out a little bit more about you. And the kids have sent in a whole page of questions of things that they would like to know about what it's like to be an author.
Oh, brilliant. I can't wait to answer some of them.
So this is my book. This is my Be Brave book because this has got some pretty scary questions in here from the kids. So do you think you're brave enough to answer them?
Oh, I think I can put on my brave hat.
Good.
Go for it.
Okay, all right. So the first question is from Emma. Did you like books as a kid?
Oh, Emma, I didn't like books. I loved books. I was a crazy mad reader. As soon as I was able to read, I was about 5, I think, or maybe even younger, and I was always reading, and my parents were always calling out to me, Candice, dinner, and I could, I could never hear them because I was off in my story world. So, and I
did you used to like hide under the covers? And
absolutely. I had one of those little clip-on book lights and I used to go into my covers and have that on, and when I'm meant to be asleep I was still reading.
I had a torch. Because I don't know about you, but I was one of those kids who I couldn't put down a book. Like if I was going to read a book, I really like to read it to the end. So
yeah, you've got to find out what happens, right?
I know. If it's a good book, you can't put it down. That's awesome. And Harper wants to know, do you have any hobbies?
Oh, Harper, that's a great question. I do. I am a water baby. So I've lived by the sea since I was 14 years old. And even before that, we always went camping, my family and I, for the whole summer by the beach. And I just love those days. So I will snorkel, bodyboard, kayak, water ski, anything that involves water, you name it, I'm there.
You are a water baby. That is so cool. And Liam wants to know, where have you travelled to?
Oh, Liam, I love travelling. Apart from being by the water, my favourite thing in the world to do is to travel. And we just got back from a trip around Australia with my family. We did 6 months, so half the year, travelling in our caravan with our 4-wheel drive around Australia. And it was amazing. We saw so many amazing places. And I travel overseas as well. I think I've been to 15 or 18 different countries. I just love it. And I get so many story ideas that way, seeing all these different places.
Oh, you would. And James wants to know, how do you get ideas for your stories?
Oh, that works out well, doesn't it, James?
Yeah, it does.
Seeing new things and different experiences. Most of my story ideas come from like things that happened to me or something I'm interested in or something I would love to be able to do. So my Eco Rangers books, that's just because I just love animals and wildlife so much and I just wanted to write about them. And then sometimes I write about things that I wish, I could do, like Hubert and the Magic Glasses. I was always terrible at sport when I was at school. And I wish I could have kind of done ball sports. I couldn't catch a ball. So I wanted to write about a kid who could magically do really well at sports. Sometimes I write about things I wish I could do too.
I think that's one of the awesome things about being an author, isn't it? That you can be so many different things in your imagination that it doesn't matter if you're not great at it in real life.
Yeah, I know. You can be absolutely anything you want and do whatever you like.
Rayleigh wants to know, have you got a favourite book character?
Oh, Rayleigh, that's a good question. I have lots of book characters that I like. But I think my favourite is my character Sky from my Jake in Space books. She's not actually a main character, but I just loved her as I started writing her because she's really brave and she's smart and she comes up with cool ideas. She's a great friend. And she comes from another planet, so she's pretty groovy.
It's so cool. Absolutely. And Abby wants to know, what makes you laugh?
Oh, Abby, my friends and family make me laugh. We have a lot of crazy fun together. But also I think silly things that people say or do really make me laugh. And what I do sometimes is I exaggerate those things, so watch out. And them in my book. So, for example, in Microbat Mayhem, there's this character, Ms. Pitts, and she really is the Pitts. And I just exaggerated her being really afraid of bats, and I had lots of fun and just cracked up laughing when I wrote about her being scared of bats.
So you're actually teasing your character with that. That's the most cool thing I've ever heard. That's awesome. And Bella wants to know, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, Bella, that's great. When I was young, I wanted to be a pilot and fly aeroplanes. And I actually had a go at learning how to fly a Tiger Moth plane one time, which was pretty cool. But I never did become a pilot. So maybe that's why in my Jake in Space books, I've got Jake who flies space cars because I never got to be a pilot in real life.
Did not know that about you. That is so cool. Hey, there's still time.
I know. Who knows what's going to happen?
Knowing you, next week you'll be up on your pilot exams.
Yeah, you'll see me up in the sky.
Hey, what do you think is the best part about what you do?
Oh, wow. I mean, what's not to love about getting to make stuff up all day? I mean, that's pretty cool. And just daydreaming. I've got the perfect excuse. I'm allowed to daydream as much as I like, and it's my job. So that's pretty awesome. And I also love going in to talk to kids in schools and libraries and things, and hearing their ideas and talking about stories and stuff. That's really cool because kids have the best imaginations.
Oh, they do. It's so much fun. And if you had one wish, now it doesn't have to be a wish for the world. This can be a selfish wish, so just for you. If you had one wish, what would you wish for?
Well, what I would really wish for is a world where we looked after nature and our animals, because I just love animals so much, and it's really sad that some of them are endangered. So if we all, my wish would be that everybody is like my Ebony and Jay and really look after our animals and our nature so they have somewhere to live.
Oh, that's beautiful. And you can really tell in your stories just how much you love nature. And I think the thing I love most about your stories is you learn things by accident. Like, I just think that's awesome. And yeah, and I can feel that love that you have for nature and animals that comes through. And if you've got, if you can share a bit of advice for kids who are thinking that they might like to be authors when they grow up, what would you say?
Oh, I would say just keep reading, like read everything, read all different types of things, read every day. And also don't forget to daydream. I think that's the most important thing in being an author. It's just imagining things and letting your mind go wherever it is and write whatever stories come into your head and yeah, just have fun with it. That's what I do.
If you get in trouble at school because your teacher said stop daydreaming, well, you can say, well, actually, an author told me
You can blame me.
I have to do it for my career. So
Right. Training, right?
So if kids have been listening and they're thinking, you know what, I'd really love to ask Candice a question, what's the best way that they can get in contact with you?
Yeah, great. I've got a website. It's just candicelemonscott.com.au and I've got a contact there. You can email me and get in touch that way. That'd be awesome.
So you'll actually answer the kids if they contact you?
Yeah, I'd love to.
That would be so great. That is amazing. Thank you so much for coming on today and sharing that great advice with the kids about daydreaming and sharing the love not only of words and writing but also animals and nature and letting the kids know that you can be anything you want to be in your own imagination. So I appreciate it so much.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks so much for having me on today. It's been fun.
And if you'd like to hear more interviews about amazing authors, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join us on another episode of Ask an Author. Bye, Candice.
Bye. Thank you.